Hello and welcome to Reality TV News Update, where you'll find the most recent news, entertaining moments, and exclusive behind-the-scenes content. The host and showrunner tells people they narrowed down the cast of All-Stars to just 24 contestants, one player at a time. Published on January 28, 2026 at 10 a.m. EST by Stephanie Pettit. Jeff Probst discusses the heartbreaking process of narrowing down the cast for Survivor's landmark 50th season. It's crazy how many people we started with, and we had a case for all of them, the host and showrunner tells People on location in Fiji. The all-star cast includes Jenna Lewis from the show's debut season, as well as the latest winner, Savannah Louie. Jeff Probst is aware that some former Survivor contestants are disappointed that they were unable to participate in the show's 50th season again. Probst stated that the Survivor team started with a list of 200 past cast members and narrowed it down to 24 contestants for the returnee edition when they spoke with People on location in Fiji during the first days of the production's landmark season in June. "We did it one player at a time," the host and showrunner says. "I was just looking through my season 50 notebook at the first stack of players, and it's crazy how many people we started with, and we had a case for all of them," I said. "We had a case for all of them." Probst continues that they had to cut the initial 200 names in half, and you just start putting people in the other pile going, "Oh my God, this is heartbreaking," because I'm concerned. Probst notes that young viewers don't know old-school players like Stephanie LaGrossa Kendrick and Colby Donaldson nearly as well as they know more recent additions like Season 46's Charlie Davis or Season 45's winner Dee Valladares. Despite some difficult decisions, Probst says he feels really good about the final cast and how it represents Survivor's 25 years on television. "So that's our job, too, is to always big picture it," he says. He continues, "I'm really happy with this group, but if I could change anything, it would be just to soften the blow for the people who didn't get on." The all-star cast of Survivor 50 was unveiled in May before the players made their way to Fiji for filming. Jerry Manthe, who played 3 times after making a splash on the second season set in the Australian outback, was one of the names that didn't make the cut and publicly expressed her disappointment. "I'm devastated as well, as you can imagine," Manthe said in a video shared to her Instagram. "The outpouring of support and encouragement from everybody online has just been so helpful in helping me start the process of healing. But I'm not going to lie, I am pissed. I'm disappointed, I'm sad, and sometimes I'm asking that very same question too. How am I going to get through this?" Manthe said she's been sitting with her own thoughts and processing what happened, and admitted she felt utter disrespect for being left out of the monumental season, despite spending the past 25 years of my life, which is almost half of my life, involved in, supporting, being a part of, making an effort to be a part of the Survivor community. Never miss a story. Sign up for People's free daily newsletter to stay up to date with what People has to offer, from celebrity news to compelling human interest stories. Survivor 50's cast includes Jenna Lewis from the show's debut season and 2 returnees from the most recent edition, including Season 49 winner Savannah Louie. Other notable additions include The White Lotus creator Mike White, Survivor 48 winner Kyle Frazier, fan favorite and The Traitors winner Siri Fields, and fifth-timer Ozzy Lust. Survivor's 50th season premieres on Wednesday, February 25th on CBS. As Survivor gears up for its historic 50th season, host and executive producer Jeff Probst has opened up about the emotionally charged casting process behind the landmark season. Probst talked about the delicate balance of selecting competitors who embody the spirit of the show and acknowledging the human side of rejection, which is often hidden from the public eye. Probst acknowledged, "Casting for Survivor has always been intense, but for season 50 it was heartbreaking. We have so many incredible people who want to play. I care about every single applicant, and telling someone no is never easy." The 50th season, which is set to premiere later this year, marks a milestone not only for the longevity of the series, but also for the depth of strategy, storytelling, and representation in casting. Probst revealed that the casting team received tens of thousands of applications, a staggering number that reflects the show's enduring popularity. "We have applicants from all walks of life," Probst said. "People with incredible stories, backgrounds, and strategies. Every season it's challenging, but this time it was different. We had to make decisions knowing that each no carries weight. These are real people with real dreams." Probst says that the increased emphasis on diversity, not just in terms of gender and ethnicity, but also in terms of life experiences, is one of the unique aspects of season 50. The casting team sought players who could bring fresh perspectives to the game, as well as veterans who could remind longtime viewers why they fell in love with Survivor in the first place. "We look for people who are relatable but also unpredictable," he explained. "Someone who might make you laugh, make you cry, or make you rethink the way the game is played. That's what keeps Survivor exciting after 50 seasons." While Probst admits the process can be heart-wrenching, he emphasized that every applicant leaves an impression. Some of those who didn't make the cut were noted for their ingenuity, humor, or emotional vulnerability. "I think about some of the people we couldn't bring on board," Probst said softly. "It genuinely breaks my heart because I see the potential they have. But Survivor is about crafting a cast that works together in unexpected ways. It's strategic, but it's also emotional." The host talked about the particular challenge of season 50, finding a balance between familiar faces and newcomers. While die-hard viewers have expectations, the casting team also wants to surprise audiences and maintain the unpredictable nature of the game. "Fans have their dream cast in mind," Probst admitted. "Some of them will be thrilled, some of them will be shocked. That's the fun of it. But behind the scenes, I'm constantly thinking about the people who didn't make it, and it weighs on me." Additionally, Probst addressed the emotional toll of the casting team. Unlike other reality shows, Survivor invests significant time in getting to know applicants on a personal level. This means that turning someone down is never just a simple rejection. It's a conversation about their dreams and ambitions. "Our casting team is incredible," he said. "They connect with every applicant. When you have those conversations and have to say, 'I'm sorry, this isn't your season,' it hurts. But it's part of the responsibility of putting together a cast that works dynamically on the island." Probst insists that the casting process for season 50 was one of his career's most rewarding, despite the difficulties. Survivor's drama, alliances, and emotional highs and lows are only possible if the right mix of personalities, strategies, and backgrounds is found. "When we finally lock in the cast, it's exhilarating," Probst stated. "You know you've assembled a group that will challenge each other, grow, and entertain millions." He does it because of that. He gave a tease that fans will see moments they haven't seen before in season 50, including unexpected alliances, shocking blindsides, and moving stories that show the competition's human side.
This season is bigger, bolder, and more emotional than ever before, Probst said. We've put in a lot of work to honor Survivor's legacy while adding new layers of strategy and storytelling. Fans will feel every emotion, including excitement, shock, and yes, heartbreak. When asked if there was a particular moment during casting that stood out, Probst reflected on a young applicant with an inspiring backstory. There was someone who lost everything in their life and saw Survivor as a chance to prove themselves, not just to the world, but to themselves, he recalled. We couldn't bring them on this season, but their courage and resilience stayed with me. That's why I say casting is heartbreaking. These people are extraordinary. Probst also highlighted the importance of maintaining...
Casting Survivor is always tough, but season 50 was unlike anything we've ever done. We had so many incredible people who wanted to play. It breaks my heart to tell someone they didn't make it. The no is never easy for me because I care about each and every applicant. The Milestone season promises to honor the legacy of Survivor while introducing new twists and dynamics designed to surprise both veterans and longtime fans. Probst revealed that the casting team received tens of thousands of applications, with candidates representing a diverse range of backgrounds, life experiences, and strategic approaches to the game. We had applicants from all over, each with unique stories and perspectives, Probst said. Some have faced challenges that were unimaginable, while others are simply incredibly bold or clever. Finding the right balance between strategy, personality, and relatability is always the key, but this season the stakes felt even higher. Rejecting talented applicants who clearly have the skills, personality, and resilience to thrive on the island, according to Probst, is one of the most emotionally draining aspects of casting. There are so many people who could play Survivor, and we can only bring a limited number, he explained. I often think about those people. I regret that we are unable to include some of them because they would have fundamentally altered the game. That's what makes it heartbreaking. The casting process for season 50 was heavily influenced by diversity. In order to ensure that each player could bring something unique to the social, strategic, and physical aspects of the game, the team set out to create a cast that reflected a variety of life experiences, ethnic backgrounds, and approaches to problem solving. Probst stated, "We wanted players who could challenge each other in unexpected ways, people who might think differently, react differently, or push the boundaries of the game. That's what keeps Survivor exciting after 5 decades on the air." The casting process also involved assessing emotional resilience and adaptability, qualities that Probst insists are just as important as physical skill or strategic prowess. Survivor is more than a competition. It's a social experiment. Players are tested physically, mentally, and emotionally. We must take into account how each person will react to extreme circumstances and how they will interact with others. That's part of why casting is so delicate. Probst acknowledged that some of the most heartbreaking moments occur when applicants reveal deeply personal stories. Although everyone who applies is valued, not everyone is able to make it to the island. He reflected, "I've had conversations with people whose life experiences were inspiring and moving. Hearing their stories and then having to say no is incredibly difficult. I care about these people, and I hope they know that." For season 50, Probst and his team also faced the challenge of balancing fan favorites with newcomers. Longtime viewers often have their dream casts in mind, but surprises are an essential element of the show. Fans have expectations, but they also love to be shocked. We want to hire people who are both intriguing and unexpected. Survivor's fame stems in part from that unpredictability. Despite the heartbreak, Probst said the casting process is ultimately rewarding. Knowing that the final cast will challenge each other, form alliances, and create unforgettable television keeps him motivated. He stated, "When we finalize the cast, it's exhilarating. You know you've brought together a group that will entertain, inspire, and surprise viewers. That's the magic of Survivor." Probst also shared that Season 50 will feature emotional, strategic, and thrilling moments that push the game in new directions. From shocking blindsides to alliances that defy expectations, the season promises to deliver the intense drama that fans have come to love while celebrating 5 decades of competition. This season is about honoring the past while innovating for the future, he said. It's bigger, bolder, and more emotional compared to any season we've done before. He recounted a particularly memorable casting moment with an applicant whose personal story left a lasting impression. Probst shared, "There was someone who saw Survivor as a chance to prove themselves after overcoming incredible adversity. Their bravery stayed with me, even though we were unable to bring them on this season. That's the reality of casting. It's emotional and sometimes heartbreaking." Probst emphasized that authenticity is key when selecting players. Instead of looking for people who are trying to play a fake persona for the cameras, the casting team looks for people who are true to who they are. The game only works when people are authentic. We want real reactions, real strategies, and real emotions. That's what makes Survivor compelling after 50 seasons. As for the players who made the final cut, Probst promises a season full of surprises, with contestants who are clever, competitive, and emotionally engaging. The game's emotional moments, strategic gameplay, and intense challenges are all things fans can anticipate. I can't wait for viewers to meet this cast. They're smart, funny, fierce, and inspiring. They will keep you on the edge of your seat, make you laugh, and make you cry. That's the essence of Survivor. In closing, Probst reflected on the honor of continuing a show that has become a cultural touchstone over 5 decades. After 50 seasons, Survivor is more than a game. It's about human connection, resilience, and storytelling. Casting is tough because it's personal, but that's also why it's rewarding. I care about every applicant, and I hope they understand that, even if this wasn't their season. With Season 50 poised to deliver unforgettable moments, Jeff Probst's candid reflections reveal the care, thought, and emotion behind the scenes. Fans can look forward to a season that celebrates the legacy of Survivor while bringing new layers of strategy, drama, and humanity to the game.